Tim O'Malley with Tim Priester following Brian Kelly's USC, right? Press conference. They're playing USC.
It's a rumor they're playing USC this
There was
week.
a very position-heavy press conference today for some reason, but let's go to the most important position. That's three guys for USC that Notre Dame is going to have to cover. Michael Pittman, Tyler Vaughns, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they're more dangerous this year because of the air raid system the USC runs. They want to throw the ball deep. You know, all the things that we expected. Brian Kelly confirmed that, you know, they want to get those one-on-one matchups like they got against Utah. Utah's DBs, their safeties played it terribly. And they're a little bit more dangerous than normal. The Slovis will be back at quarterback for them, or everybody expects him to be coming off the concussion. So they're going to be a little bit more dangerous. I'm surprised to hear the line being what it is. But they also can run the football. I've been watching film of them. Stephen Carr, Marquise Stepp is a guy that would look good in a Notre Dame uniform, kind of a Jameer Smith type runner. But they're a little bit more dangerous. I'm surprised to hear what the line is at 11 because I think it's a closer football game than that.
One guy that's going to look good in a Notre Dame uniform for the first time since the opener should be Jafar Armstrong. Now, Kelly kind of couched it. I think we all have to not expect the Cole Kmet impact every time somebody comes back. He is a bit of a bionic man. But obviously, Jafar Armstrong has been the key missing cog to this offense because of his dual threat abilities. You can go with a 12 package with two running backs or one, and you can keep Tony Jones on the field with Jafar Armstrong.
He talked about the combination of speed and power, and that's really theoretically what Jafar Armstrong is. I don't know that we've ever really seen that with any kind of consistency, but you can understand why they're excited about having him back. How many carries that means, I don't think it's 15. It probably isn't even 10. Maybe you get him involved in the passing game a little bit more, but it's a key weapon for Notre Dame in the backfield as Tony Jones has performed well. It appears that Kyron Williams is not going to be in the picture, and they've tried to jumpstart Flemister and then Jameer Smith. So having Armstrong on board certainly will help their cause this weekend.
Speaking of Kyron Williams, this is relevant just because of the position-heavy updates we had in there. He is not on the depth chart after returning to it last week. Jack Kaiser was never on the depth chart, but he was a special teams player until Bowling Green. He is at the 4-game threshold. Kelly mentioned that Kaiser is a guy they will also look into possibly redshirting this season. It seemed like Patrick Pelini might have beaten him out on kickoff coverage.
Yeah.
And Kelly also, after saying yesterday that Dante Vaughn, who is at the 3 games right now, could redshirt as a senior, he said he would be the first corner off the bench versus USC.
I find it really hard to believe. He's really struggled. Maybe they're placating him to possibly return for a 5th year. I'm not sure why they would do that. He would probably grad transfer, I would think. It was a very strange press conference because we talked about Ian Book's name. Did his name ever come up? It did not. I did ask about Kevin Austin because it seems to be somewhat pertinent as we continue to hear things about the possibility of him coming back. We'll believe that when we see it. I asked about Notre Dame in the third quarter defensively. They've only given up 6 points, 2 field goals to Georgia, and last year Notre Dame's defense under Clark Lee only gave up 52 points in the entire year in third quarter. So they're really good. Obviously, we're going to write a story about that. He's very good at making adjustments at halftime and throwing a wrench into the plans of opposing offenses. Hopefully he can do that this weekend because it's going to be a challenge against this air raid attack.
We're off to do a podcast. We'll be back here Tuesday to talk to between 2 and 4 Notre Dame players, and our podcast will probably involve a lot more USC this week than position switches that are going to matter next spring.